Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to be a part of this session. What came to your mind when I did that? It was not a countdown for the cameraman or anything like that. Research says that people take close to about 7 or 8 seconds when they see something and come to a perception or an assumption or a conclusion. Probably some of you know me and you already start to assume what I'm going to talk, or you already have a perception about me. But let me tell you, today I'm going to share certain things that I have not done before. And I'm actually going to be very vulnerable and share one main struggle of mine. So I'm going to actually take you through my life in a snapshot, but primarily focusing on one major struggle. And I'm sure a lot of people are going through this struggle. So I just want to, probably talk about my life using 3 words as acronyms. These are very, very specific to me. I have not borrowed it from any book or from anywhere else. When I was going through my life, where I am today, from the time I was born, all that I could say is I could sum up my life that all through it was very good. So I'm using the word good to describe the major part of my life. Right from the time I was born, my upbringing and the environment that I grew was absolutely good. I couldn't have asked for anything more. G for me was godly parents and some good and great friends. Absolutely, they were amazing and highly talented. And I was born and brought up in a public sector environment in BHEL township. Back then it was beautiful. So I had the opportunity to study in a central school all through till my 12th standard. And that kind of gave me an orderly way of life. So O in that good for me was a set order. Everything was systematic. Yet I didn't really adhere to that order that was set, which was unfortunate. I'll share about what I did in a couple of minutes from now. And the other aspect was there were opportunities to excel. Because of the kind of wonderful teachers in our school and the parenting and the kind of friends that I had, and to do extracurricular activities, to excel in sports, and so on. Every field there was enough opportunity to excel. So what else, when you have all of this, life was supposed to be delightful. So, that in a nutshell was about my, early teens and probably till my 12th standard. And generally, what comes to your mind when you hear of all of this? Probably some of you might be thinking, wish I had all of this. And, for me, while I had this wonderful, good environment and upbringing, I kind of took a detour. I moved away. The reason was, while I had freedom to do what I wanted to do, I didn't use that freedom in the right manner. I had my own outlook of life, and that outlook was to live a carefree life. When I had so much of comforts and life was so good, I in fact complicated things for myself. And at a very early age, I kind of was badly influenced by movies. I'm not saying, movies are good and movies are bad. There is a lot of good movies, which talk about history and give good information, teach good morals, and so on and so forth. But I only saw the bad side of it, and I had the wrong, impression, and that is where I moved away. So, from a good aspect of upbringing and a wonderful good life, I in fact went to become mad. Don't think I was out of my mind, literally, but that is also an acronym to describe, how my life really fell apart, and it was all to do about my behavior, and my behavior of time and again doing certain things, or overindulgence, if I have to use, and the behavior led to getting addicted. So I was a hardcore addict during my teens. You might be wondering what. That addiction primarily was watching movies. People used to watch movies. My friends used to watch movies. But my movie watching was every movie I need to see it first day, first show. And Amitabh Bachchan movies, I have to see it 3 times, 4 times. And, kind of try to ape and do what he does. To the extent, in my madness, I in fact stole money from my home and ran away to Bombay with a dream to become an actor. After 3 days, the money was over. I came back. And this didn't stop there. It slowly led me to alcoholism. And I became an alcoholic. And this is all during my teens. And then, as I was doing my MBA, I got into drug addiction. So that is the mad side of me. And because of this, the obvious happened. That is, I went into a huge debt. And with all of this, there came a point in time that, I was asking myself, what have I made this life of mine? When all my friends have actually started off in good jobs and they're doing well, my parents are worried about me, and I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict and in a lot of debts. What will come to my mind? With this kind of addictions, all that kept staring at me was to end this life. So I was on the verge of committing suicide because I tried many things to get out of, these habits, these bondages or addictions. Nothing worked. I'm telling you, friends, nothing worked. And when I was at the point of giving my life, that is when I had an intervention. And that is where my life took a turn. So from mad, I actually can say that I've become glad. So you might wonder what. There was this divine intervention. And I need to say that it was about my faith. And when I realized that I keep my faith in God, God intervened. So He has become now the center of my life. And it's been an amazing turn. The reason is I found purpose. Purpose for what I've been created for. And from then on, I started living out that purpose. First is to find the right job. And I started working in different companies. And my whole aim was, how can I help people find their purpose? And I continued to share my story of deliverance coming out of alcoholism and drug addiction, and from the tendency of committing suicide, and how I have been building my life as well in the corporate world, to the extent that I rose to the level of a country manager of an American company owned by Warren Buffett. And my whole focus was the aspect of living a servant leader's life. See people for who they are, not what I would get out of them. And when that became the motto, it was always living a life intentionally, adding value, helping them, hand-holding them, and so on and so forth. And in the process, the nature that I had to care for people became even more relevant and fulfilling. So, the glad side of it is God became the center, living a life of purpose, and I was able to add value every day. Even as I speak, the reason I am sharing the story of mine is purely to add value to you, to give you an aspect. So it boils down. Nobody taught me this, but now I realize that there is a way out when it comes to addictions. Any kind of addiction. It need not be alcohol and drug addiction, food addiction, just watching TV and playing online games and so on and so forth. There are numerous addictions these days. You can come out of it provided, first one is you are aware of your behavior. A behavior that you're not able to control. That is what I struggled. A behavior that I was not able to control. I wanted to get out of it, but I ended up doing it all over again. So first is awareness. The question that you need to ask is, do you want to change your behavior? I asked that question when I was wanting to commit suicide. The second one is you have to see the effect. When I looked at how my family was affected, how my finances were affected, how my friends were affected, I was like thinking, what is this? And also to assess the impact. The impact was huge to the extent that I lost my dad. 26 years back, he died because of a massive heart attack because he knew I was an addict. So that effect has to be assessed. But one important thing is somewhere down the line you need to accept responsibility. I was shying away. I was blaming people. I was blaming my, so many other things I don't want to say. What is the point? I was to blame myself. I accepted my responsibility. And when I did that, I faced an opportunity to choose an alternative. And that alternative for me became the Almighty God. So let me tell you, now I'm an executive director in the John Maxwell team. And it's all about adding value, making a difference. And also I do a lot of things when it comes to my faith, helping people come out of, different things, but primarily finding purpose. That is where I am today. And I'm truly glad. So from good to mad to glad, that is my story. Let me tell you just one thing, friends. True happiness is not in self-gratification. True happiness is when you are loyal to a worthy purpose. Find purpose in life, you truly can win over addictions. Thank you so much.